All right, morning everybody. Welcome to another round of coffee questions. What's today's topic? Well, let's talk about water filtration. Now, out at the club where I tell you we do demo on different items, whether it's tools, products, how to, whatever. There's probably 20 of us. We don't always all meet at the same time, but usually there's at least 60% of us. Anyway, we were out there and we were talking about water filtration, and I had told somebody, well, I have a refrigerator at home. I have city water, okay? So not talking about if you live rural and you're coming off of a well or something. I have city water. And I told them I have a great water filtration system built into the refrigerator, and I've been using that, for anything like, your coffee, and like if you're going to boil pasta or you're going to do anything like that. And somebody out there said, well, did you ever take a look at Waterdrop and, their systems? And I said, no. And two of them out there had these water drop systems. Now, I'll show you the advertisement real quick and then we'll get into details. Okay, so I originally bought this because I didn't want to keep buying bottled water, because the thing is that plastic, it actually has, let's say, microplastics that leach into the water itself. And it could be a cost savings to stop buying bottled water. And like I said, my refrigerator also has a filter on it, but that was the primary reason. Okay, so what I did is I took a look at that and I thought, you know what? It's not that expensive right now. So I go ahead and I'm going to buy one. And I got one right here. Okay, now this one in particular, and I've got the ads called up here, Waterdrop 17UB-UF, and it's got 0.01 micron ultrafiltration. Now, there's a discount right now, and I'll leave you links below. This is the one that I bought. It's not the cheapest one, but it's also not the most expensive one. And I have a really nice faucet, and I'll show you pictures here. Well, I'll show them to you right now. Okay, and so I don't use the soap dispenser, rarely, okay, because there's just two of us, sometimes three of us. I just don't use it. So I thought if I get this one, okay, and I get rid of the soap dispenser, as long as it's got that 1 inch hole bored through, whether you've got granite or quartz or whatever, or you're able to use a step drill if you got a stainless steel. Well, whatever you got to do, it's got to be 1 inch in diameter to fit the actual faucet itself. And it runs off of the cold water supply. And I thought, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And so I went ahead, I bought this, I got it yesterday. I went ahead, I installed it, and I made notes. And there's some things that I think that you should know. I mean, if you decide you want to buy this, like I said, it's not the cheapest, it's not the most expensive. If you're coming off of well water or you live rural or something like that, what do I think? I think you probably should look at like a reverse osmosis system. I think that would do you better. And these don't really work for that type of thing, So the reverse osmosis, I'll show you an advertisement. Okay, so that's that, but I didn't do that. So I went this route. So I'm going to put up some still frame pictures and I'll do a voiceover and we'll go through the questions and concerns. There's only, is there anything negative I can say about it? Well, I wasn't fond, and I knew it ahead of time, I wasn't fond of this plastic kind of water supply tubing. I was like, I'd rather it be a braided line. But I thought, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And if in the future, as long as it lasts a few years or whatever, if I upgrade, then I will. Let me see, how well this works. Okay, so I'm going to switch over. I'll do still pictures with a voiceover. And then I'll tell you some of the things that I did that made it easier. And so the question is, how long did it take to install? Probably about an hour. It's a fairly simple thing. I think the instructions are well written with this. If you just go line by line and follow, there's diagrams and then of course the instructions. It's very easy to follow. Okay, let's switch over to the still pictures. Okay, so the first step in this, when I looked under the cabinet, is trying to figure out where do I want to mount this. This is the way that I did it. The instructions might vary a little bit, but I decided to mount it on the right side of this cabinet wall, just forward of the drain line. And the reason why I did that is because it would be a lot easier for me to get in and change it out in the future. So then I use the little template it comes with. Now, the template you see on the left over here is an actual sticker, and you can put that on and then turn around and mark your holes. And what I did is I just used a drill. I drilled a real small hole. Then I put a couple of screws that come with it. They provide you that stuff. And I screwed it in, and then I made sure that it would mount correctly. Okay, so that's what you see here in this picture. Okay, so this is how it originally looked under the sink before I started. And then, according to the directions, this is the way you would put together the fittings, and they would fit right on top of the cold supply line. Okay, and then this is the completed part. Now, make sure there's lots of threads. I made sure I put Teflon tape on all my threads to make sure everything was sealed well before tightening it up. Okay, you're going to see the white tubing on the right. Now, these are push fit. So you just push it into the side, and there's a little blue clip I'll show you, and that holds it in place. Now, I went ahead and I put it into the fittings. I didn't hook it up to anything. I just put it in, put the blue clip on, and now from the fittings and everything, I knew that everything was good to go at that point. Okay, so the next step was, as I knew that that faucet would fit into that 1-inch hole because I'd already tested it. So to make things a little bit easier, I went ahead and I attached the hose that's coming in to feed it. And I went ahead and I put the quick connect, like you see in the picture, on. I put the clips on. I put both of them on. There's a clip that goes above it. You see in the picture where it says clip, and then there's one below there that's not labeled that says clip. And I had the hose on there. So then once I put it in the hole, I had my wife just hold it in place, and I went ahead and I put the mounting washer and I put the nut over the hose, and I screwed it up on there nice and tight. So that made it a little bit easier. It's a little bit different than the instructions, but I felt it was a little bit easier to do, and I'm not trying to reach up real high under the sink in an awkward position to secure it. Now, after that, the only thing left to do was to go ahead and screw the canister filter onto the bottom, like you see here in the picture, below where the unit says Waterdrop. It's just a big round filter. It slides up on there. You turn it a quarter, a turn, it locks in place. Then all I had to do was hook up the hoses and I was done. Now, the right side and the left side are marked. You see here on the right side it says out, and on the other side it says in. So your water supply line will press fit into that side, and you'll put a blue clip on there. And then the one coming out going up to the water spout, you'll see here in the picture, it's press fit also, and you put the blue clip on there and you're done. And the instructions say to go ahead after you turn the water on and you ensure that there are no leaks and everything's nice and tight. Go ahead and turn the water spigot on up by the faucet and let it run for 5 minutes solid before using it for anything. I suppose it's to clear out any impurities or anything, and then you're done. Okay, everybody, so it's been several days now. This is day 3 of that filtration system, and I've been very happy with it so far. So there were a few questions I wrote down, and I'll go ahead and I'll answer them. Now, the first one was, well, what about replacement filters when you need to? Well, it says that the current ones are good for up to 3 years. Okay, but how can you tell if it needs to be replaced? I mean, prior to the 3 years. Well, one way is I mark a date on it, okay, so that you know when you installed it. Okay, now the other thing is you can put it on Siri or, Alexa or something like that as a reminder, time-wise when you want to replace it. If you notice that the flow rate coming out of there starts to decline on you, or you notice that there's a change in the taste of it, of the water itself, okay, it may be time to go ahead and replace it sooner. Now, what do the replacement filters cost? You can get them right off Amazon. The links I'll leave in the description below, but right here, they're $45, $44.99. But considering how long it lasts you, and you're going to save money on not buying, bottled water in those plastic containers, and, you got it right there at the sink for filling up, your pots and your coffee maker and whatever else. It's a substantial savings. I mean, really, and I think it's a good idea. So I went ahead and I left you the links below and stuff. Is there a noticeable difference in the taste of the water? Well, that depends. Okay, I'm on a city water. And like I said, we talked about well water, and if you live in rural, use one of the reverse osmosis systems. So forgetting that, did I notice a taste difference? Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you it was huge. I mean, but there is a taste difference. I mean, it seems to be, I don't know, I mean, just a little bit better. And at least I know that the water is being filtered, and I don't need to worry about like plastic containers and, the contamination from the plastic into the water and things that everybody talks about nowadays. Now, some people said, I read in the comments, they noticed, was there a decrease in that water pressure? Well, it's the water flow and pressure, you could say, kind of go together. I did not notice any decline at all. If you take a look at the way that, it's installed and put in, I don't believe that there really is. And if there is, it's not very noticeable. That water spigot shoots out a decent amount of water fairly fast. So, I mean, I like that. You're not standing there forever waiting for something to fill up. But those are my basic thoughts. The only thing I wish, and I'll upgrade in the future to, if I change filters, is I wish it would have came, like I said, with the braided hosing, and mine didn't. It came with those plastic push fits, and you put in the little blue clips. I don't know. I would suggest it. I think it's a great idea. Links are below. I hope you click subscribe. I hope you give me a thumbs up and let me know if you have any, other thoughts on this. If you have one, maybe you got one that's better. Like I said, this wasn't the lowest price one. It's not the highest price. It was probably in the middle or a little bit higher, and I've been very happy with it so far. I'm the Home Handyman. I hope you click subscribe, keep following me. I'll see you folks on the next video, and well, we'll dig into something else. Thank you. Bye-bye.